Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl, Kimmie, with Straight Arrow Motivations. Motivations. It's time for your motivation. 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 Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. How are you doing? This is your girl, Kimmie, with Straight Arrow Motivations. And Straight Arrow Motivations is intended to uplift, to inspire, and to get you to be your very best self. How is everyone doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going today? Today is the day, Valentine's Day, and I hope that you are getting all the love that you need. So, what's going on? What's crack-a-lacking? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for joining me. Please share, and give me a thumbs up. And I hope you like this video tonight. I'm not going to hold you long because I know you couples are going out, you're going to dinner, and you're just going to enjoy each other's company on this Valentine's Day. All right. Tonight we're going to be talking about owning multiple vehicles. Owning multiple vehicles. So tell me, is it excessive to own more than one vehicle? What do you feel about that? What do you feel about that? Is it excessive to own more than one vehicle? And I'm finding out that many people have multiple cars. And I'm not just talking about families either. I'm talking about singles have two cars. So how do you feel about that? We as Americans, we hoard. We have a lot of stuff. We've managed to over the years, just collect more and more and more and more. And every time we get something, we think, well, I really need this. You know, most of you now buy things in twos. I mean, that's how you do it. Let me get one, and then if it messes up, I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna have another one. You get two of the same type of shoes or two of the same favorite pair of pants so that something happens, I'll have one. So that same concept, I'm thinking people are doing now with cars, you know. And if you just drive around in the neighborhoods, what do you see that buildings that are going up at an alarming rate? What buildings do you see going up at an alarming rate? I can tell you what that is. Storage buildings. Just go around in your neighborhood and look for the new storage buildings that are being built. So that lets you know right there that we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff. And we're paying now to store it. We're paying to store our things. And so that is the concept that I'm thinking that people have in mind when they want a second vehicle. When they want a second vehicle. Okay, so what do they do when they want a second vehicle? They get a second vehicle. And a second vehicle has pros and it has cons. The pros to having a second vehicle is that it is a backup. It's a backup to if your car breaks down, you have another vehicle. If you get a flat tire or you get out there and your battery doesn't start, all these cold snaps that we've been having, little snow flurries here and there, you know, Your battery may not start. You may not have time to call AAA or get someone to take you to get another battery. You just hop into your second car. So that is the convenience of having two cars, you know. So if you've got another vehicle, I think that it's great. I think it's great to have another vehicle. Most families, a family of four with a mom and a dad, most married people already have two vehicles. But, maybe a third vehicle might help in a family because, listen, if most times now, if you live like in the Dallas Fort Worth area where I live, and you live maybe in the suburbs, okay, it's almost impossible getting a ride outside. Well, now they have Uber and they have Lyft, but it's almost impossible getting a ride maybe to work without having another vehicle. Your husband may work in Fort Worth, you may work in Dallas, going opposite directions. So that's why another vehicle or multiple vehicles works for families. Um, the convenience, you may have an SUV that you drive, and the cost of gas in an SUV, gas has gone up, but you may have your other little small car that's more economical that you drive back and forth to work, you know. And then sometimes people want a truck. A lot of men want trucks. Trucks are good for pickups and hauling things. And some people like the fact of having another car, which is their luxury car. The car that they drive when they're going important places, or, they are dressed up in their glad rags, as my grandmother used to say. You getting all gussied up. You don't want to go in your little work Pinto. You want your luxury car when you're going out and about, out on the town. So the day and age that we live in, it is almost impossible not to have multiple cars. Most families do have multiple cars. Um, but singles, you may now need a second car. You may now need a second car. Um, Also, if you have a second car, you're putting less mileage on one car. Whereas one car, like for me, driving, you know, let's just say you're driving 100 miles a day to and from work. Well, that one car is getting, what, 100 miles a day? That is times five. That's 500 miles in a week just going back and forth to work. And that can be split in half if you had a second vehicle. So the downside is, of course, insurance, registration, maintenance, gas. But those things, it just depends on what type, model, style car that you will get as your second car. Typically, people that own multiple cars, I'm not going to say that money is not an issue, but, they're not, I mean, they may not be filthy rich, but, the budget is not necessarily a busted budget. They can afford to have multiple cars. So they've already counted the cost and budgeted it in. If you're struggling to maintain, to have maintenance on your one car, to have gas in your one car, then having multiple cars, of course, is probably not the best option for you. That's probably not the best option for you. So, and sometimes having multiple cars, Space is an issue, you know. You have a family of four, you got two teenagers, two adults, you know, that's four cars, maybe five cars that have to have parking. And most times people do not put their vehicles in the garage. The garage is a separate storage for all of this junk that I mentioned earlier. And so people are parking in their driveway, sometimes maybe on the street. So space is a negative when it comes to having multiple cars because you have to make sure that you have a place to park these cars, you know. So, um, I think personally that having a second car is a great idea. Um, you know, I just think that it's a great idea. It's something that, I may want to consider in the near future getting a separate little car just to have, because what you don't want is for your car, like I said, in a city like this to break down and you have no way of getting back and forth to work. And so, it's kind of like you got to take off from work because it's I work all day, 8 hour shift. So, but people that work longer hours, you have to take a day to go get repairs done. If you have a second car, you can kind of put the second car, the one that's broken, to the side, pick up that second car and go without an issue and get the other one fixed at your leisure. So it's just something, I'm just putting something on your mind, as we begin to blow up Shuade and begin to prosper and begin to do things differently with our finances. I'm just giving you options and something to think about. Think about owning multiple cars. So just a little lighthearted conversation tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed what we've talked about, and hopefully in the near future, you will get one, two, or three cars. So who knows? But it's not excessive. It's your world. Do what you want to do. If you can afford it, go for it. Do it. Do it. So anyway, this has been your girl Kimmie with Straight Arrow Motivations. Please be blessed. Bye bye. Mwah.